Right. Hello, everyone. We have here today at the Intimacy Curator, Zoe. Zoe is a Reiki master, a yoga instructor, and a trained remedial therapist. Her current focus is Reiki, sound healing, and mindful meditation to balance the body's biofield and human resonance. So you talk a lot about feelings and emotions, and we always think that we can talk about feelings and emotions to our therapists. So what's the need to engage your body as well in it? Like, what is the connection between a feeling and body sensations, for example?
Well, there is definitely a big connection, and it requires a lot of awareness as well. So feeling is something you can have in a thought process. It is an experience sometimes that don't have words, but there's also sensations connected with them. So it's also knowing exactly where you are in space. For example, anxiety and excitement are the exact same feeling. You get heart palpitations, you feel, you know, rushed and excited. There are things, but depending on where you are mentally, it may be viewed as anxiety or excitement. And so connecting with, okay, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling the movement of my heart. Why am I feeling the movement of my heart in this way? I'm feeling tingling sensations. I'm feeling warmth, or I'm not feeling any warmth, but this is happening. And connecting with that allows you to experience your emotions and your feelings a bit more. There's also sensations. How am I reacting in the process when this happens? So a feeling in our physical sense is almost when not just the heart center or the mental aspect of it, but what happens when I'm touched in this way, or in the physical aspect, or what does it bring up? How does my body respond? Do I get goosebumps, or do I get a tight feeling in my stomach that feels as though, I'm nervous? So it moves. Our emotions are also connected to our physical form as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we use a lot of this kind of techniques with our clients as well. It's almost like there is no feelings without bodily sensations. It's, we don't realize until we become aware that when we have an emotion, there is a bodily reaction. And often what happens, especially for people who have erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation, is because they are not connected to their bodies. So the excitement that they get, it's either like out of control, or there's there's they lose control quickly, because they are not in touch with the sensations in their body, they're not in touch with their breath. So a lot of the stuff that we do as well is breath work, uh, getting in touch with emotions and sensations, identifying where the emotion is, and then look at the sensations around it. And then um, sometimes we get into inner child work and similar stuff to heal. Um, okay, so how do you feel these kind of practices can enhance one's emotional and sexual well-being?
I think it does, in that it allows the body to free itself more space. So for one, shifting the healing process from any trauma or any sort of negative experience that has come about over the lifetime, shifting a lot of those allows us to step out of shame and guilt, allow us to accept acceptance. And as you mentioned, speaking about the inner child, to integrate a lot of the inner child back into our current self, instead of trying to do away with them, but rather say, hey, this was part of me as well. And in stepping into that with the healing and an energetic healing, and being able to connect with all of our energetic path, we start to gain more power in ourselves in how we use it, control it, connect with it. And so we know that there are times where it's intense and it's beautiful, and we can focus. It might not always be something that we want to always sexually or sensually engage in, but we can put that in other things as well. Our art, our passion, we channel it into everything because it's the same energy, and it brings better pleasure. It brings pleasure in everything, in intimacy, in our partners, in, you know, experiencing them and being experienced, and being able to be aware of moments where we feel like being desired, and knowing that it's okay, and being able to walk within ourselves and hold that energy and share it when we want to, and be able to hold it within ourselves when it's just for us as well. So yeah, that's
All right, great. Okay. Can you tell me, why do you think we need a platform like the Intimacy Curator in today's world?
I think it's very important, and I think it's beautiful because I've come to the realization that there are so many of us. I mean, there's a small percentage of people walking around who are secure. The rest of us are basically trying to survive. We're holding in a lot of ourselves, and we're robbing ourselves of a full human experience. We're robbing ourselves of joy. And so the Intimacy Creator is beautiful in that it covers it. Firstly, is accepting of all. It is a safe space that is welcoming of everyone without any guilt or shame. Regardless of who you are, regardless of your gender, regardless of your sexual preference or your sexual desires. It is a welcoming space where you can stay in there for a while until you feel safe to go out into your environment and explore yourself and connect with yourself and be reacquainted with yourself truly. And I think this is a beautiful thing because it gives people a voice. It allows them to feel more empowered, and they get the gift and joy of experiencing what true intimacy is, and not just on a sexual level, on a platonic level, on a whole spiritual level as well. I mean, we're here for a short time on the planet. The most we can do is enjoy it fully. And so we have a wonderful group of people that can help us get there with support and guide us and show us where we need to navigate and go. Then, you know, we try and grasp that opportunity because there's not a lot of it out